What up, what up, what up, my people? What's going on, besties? I'm super excited. Let me give you guys this gist. But before I even go into any gist, because like this is not your ear, don't do it for you 1 year. They calm down. This is Gossip Gala, and my name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty Plenty, aka Gossip Batty. Yes, you name it. I have a lot and a lot of names. The names keep coming actually. There's one name somebody called me yesterday. I had to look at the person with one eye and say, bro, be calming down. Oh my God. How's Nigeria treating you? Has Nigeria happened to you? If it does not happen, you better go and thank God. This is a time now to go and testify unto the Most High God that Nigeria hasn't happened to you. But if it has, I'm so sorry, but just take care of yourself, take proper care of yourself, and yes, you'll be okay. Oh my God. I feel so excited this afternoon. I mean, like I would always say, what better way to start your day than gossiping? Like, let me know. Okay, I said I wanted to give you guys this, right? I woke up this morning. Feeling so down health wise. Let me be very truthful. Nigeria happened to me. Nigeria happened to me, so there was no feel. It was just a lot having to get feel, and due to that, we could not on the AC and all, so I had to sleep with fan. Waking up this morning, for those of us that once you sleep with something that you're not used to, right, you start feeling some type of way. That's exactly what happened to me this morning. Right now, I'm actually having runny nose, like runny nose. I'm coughing, I'm feeling cold. It's short burst of emotions. On top of that, I now have headache. True, true. Nigeria made me this morning, but again, this is me surviving. So this is me also saying that I understand that the country is hard. I understand that so many things that we intend to work on are really not working out. But guess what? We are living, right? We are gonna survive. Don't worry. We are gonna survive one way or the other. God got us. So yeah, and yes, speaking to God. Today is National Best Friend Day, and this is me wishing you happy National Best Friend Day, my besties, my besties. It has been a long one. How many months now we've been doing this? Come on, you guys have been the real, like the original OGs. To be honest, you guys have been there during times where I'm probably messianic. Let me say it the way my director will say it. That I'm probably messianic, but you guys are there. During times where I'm like, I don't feel like talking. You guys should just do the talking. You guys are there. Come on now. Shout out to God because I don't know how many I don't know how you somehow don't believe that there's a creator. This is not me shaming you, but this is just me saying that you have to probably be the creator yourself. How do you the fact that you came out a certain kind of way, so it's a mystery, right? Egg and sperm just came together and they're producing a full human being. That already is a mystery, to be honest. And the fact that you're living, the fact that you can breathe. Come on now. I feel like there's a lot to be thankful for. Do you get what I'm saying? So yes, speaking to this whole best friend thing, shout out to God. Shout out to my mom. Hey, that woman is a lot. That woman is a lot, honestly. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my boss. Yeah. I think shout out to my boss because this is me. When I call people best friends, sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean we have to be like this. Once I know that you have good motive for me, once I know that you think good of me, there's just a certain way I look at you. There's just a certain way I see you. Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, shout out to all the good women out there. I don't know why almost all the thing. Okay, apart from God, the rest are women basically. But I think this is just me doing women supporting women. Shout out to all the good women out there. Shout out to all the men, all the good men out there. Honestly speaking, growing up, I've always had boys. I've always had men around my space. I'm not really like a human kind of person. So it's a bit weird. I know for some of my friends that be looking at me like, this one where girls they do shout out to all the women. I'm sure there's something. Nothing is really going on. Like I said, there's just burst of emotions everywhere. So I feel happy. I feel sad. I'm just everywhere. Ways. Oh my God. I know for sure that there's so many people out there too that are probably feeling the same energy, having the same energy that I am in. It's not bad actually. It's just It's just a particular phase that would pass. I mean, that's why we are humans. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm super excited. National Best Friend Day to my friends, to my besties. You guys will forever be my besties. Honestly speaking, today is for us. So yeah, I'm ready. You guys should just tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Anything, just be bringing it to my table. I'm ready for gossip. I got you covered now. You know that one. I'm 001 when it comes to gossip. Do you get that? Like 001 when it comes to gossip. All right, let's quickly straight on go into the game segment. Can we have the readers on, please? Okay. I can be broken but never touched. What am I? I can be broken but never touched. What am I? Hmm. I feel like this is something that I've seen before. So I would want to say premise. But again, I want to still ponder it, but make I no go fail because this Olodo where people don't do they call me. Don't too much. It is time to prove to them that come on, I went to school. Do you understand? I went to school. And yes, we'll be going on a short break to come back with on the street of social media. And my guest will be joining us soon. Stay with us.
Nigeria, by extension, Africa, is faced with a lot of challenges.
With the growing youth population and very little engagement.
That is a ticking time bomb.
We're blessed people with a diverse culture who have a lot to say.
And yes, we are talking.
It is important we drive conversations that informs, inspires, and influences thoughts and actions.
If we say there is beauty in diversity, then let us embrace our diverse culture.
We must continue to courageously be the voice of transformation.
As we are the hope for the future,
yesterday's conversation shaped today.
What are you saying to shape your tomorrow?
We know you have a lot to say, and we are here to hear you.
The truth is, there's really no science to preventing suicide. It hasn't been found. I think the reason it hasn't been found is because it's something that happens to the person on their own. But when people die by suicide, then you realize that there's someone close to them who knew what they were going through. Someone in his family knew that he'd been depressed. It might not be a lot of people in the family, but somebody knew. There's someone he told. There's a friend that knows too, that was just always there saying, fighting, I'm here for you, if you need anything. Or maybe they don't even have to say it in that way, but there's one person aware. So at the end of the day, because there is no way to directly say this person is going to die, I think that the most that we can do is try to, for us that are living, for the rest of the people that are still hearing us, that are still considering it, to say, because we know that one person is aware, maybe you can take the step for yourself to tell maybe a professional to get you the help that you need. Because someone like CEO of Conga, he's exposed, he's traveled, he's seen the world, he has money, he has a family. He knows that suicide isn't the way out. That's not the message that it was thinking of at the end of the day. So I just want to say that, like, the person that's out there, that knows that this is what it is for you, just try and, it changes life. It keeps going. Try and get the help that you need. That's what I can say.
Hi, it's your girl, Little Rose, and I'm giving a shout out to Gossip Gala. Mwah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Craze, aka Craze Clown, aka Did This Shock You, aka Papa Ade, and you are watching Gossip Gala. The gist is the gala. Chop 'em.
Hi, I'm Abigail Tiwala Nubi. Shout out to Gossip Gala.
Hey, besties! We are still celebrating, best friend day. So yes, got it. Just stay there, stay there. All right, it's time to, usher in my guest. Let me be very honest. Okay, I'm trying not to be very emotional. I mean, this person, I don't think there's anybody as brilliant as he is. This is no shit. I'm sorry. But this person is, I feel like the bucket of intelligence is, you just carried it. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, he's a content creator and a brand strategist. I have no other person here than Check Edgar. Come on.
Thank you, thank you,
How
thank
are
you very
you?
much. I am doing brilliantly well.
Aha.
I feel super, super energetic. Like I'm fired up to be here right now with
Come
you.
on.
Yeah. I mean,
How was it like getting here today? Was it crazy? Was it okay? I mean, was Lagos being Lagos? Tell me.
to be honest, I think with what has been happening with the whole issue
Feel.
of fuel, Lagos is empty.
I
Everyone is
swear.
at home. So I got here like really easy.
Really
Maybe just a
easy.
little pothole here and there, but then it was cool. It was cool. It was cool.
Beautiful.
It was awesome.
Now let's come back to, I mean, you being a content creator. Let me be very honest with you. The first time,
She's about to lie.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
She's about to lie, guys.
Now you're giving me that Edgar don't lie kind of
No,
vibe.
she's
It's
about
a
to lie,
lie.
but go ahead.
God's beauty, so don't lie.
All right. Hey, let's go.
Okay, so give me a bit about, I mean, I would like to hear the beginning, like, how was it like getting into the content creating space, right? The first day I stumbled upon your work, in my head, I'm like, gosh, how are you able to like put all these things together? Is one person thinking of, okay, let's talk about the Bobrisky thing you did. I mean, he, she, them, come on now. There's just a lot where you like a lot that you put into your craft. So how did you get in? How did you know that this is what you want to do and you just started?
To be honest, I never really like knew or understood what I was going to do.
Okay.
But I have always been that kind of guy that just likes to try different things. And with trying things, you want to give a timeline to say, you know what, I'll do this for like 3 months. Let's see how it goes. If people don't like it, I'll try something else.
Yeah.
Ever since secondary school, I've always been that guy who wants to be in the press club reading out the mock news, and I'm just trying to get information and try to reenact and just make it more interesting that people would love, because sometimes news can be boring.
Yeah.
So it's how do you tell what is happening in a very entertaining manner? How do you tell something that people don't like in a way they would appreciate it? So that's what I've just been doing. I pick something, I think about it, I make sure that I do not cross that line where I sound insultive. Because these days, everybody's very careful. Any small thing is caught. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be very careful. And then, it just goes. And then most of the time, I always get to read comments, listen to what people are saying. I take advice from those that are better than me or those that are with a higher reach as well. And you just keep growing. You just keep going. That's how it is.
I love it. So let's talk a bit about your podcast. What
wow.
influenced that? Did you just wake up one morning and say, I think it's time to start telling people's story? And do you know the interesting part is how you actually tell us that you're coming to now give us. At first when I stumbled into that, podcast and all, I was thinking that, Edgar wants to, start something relationship. Want to come and tell maybe tips on how to, just the way you start each of those podcasts, right? The way you make it look like that, we're going to hear heavenly tips. Honestly speaking, in my head, I'm like, oh wow, one wants to give us tips. I can't wait to get married. Probably to the altar. That's the energy you give us. And guess what? He will not start giving us a storyline. Like, come on now. Give me that. What influenced the craft?
Do you know the reason why you don't see me doing a lot of MC jobs for like weddings?
Why?
It's because there is a high chance that if I ever MC your wedding, I will destroy it. I tell people I am not an expert when it comes to relationships with marriages. I don't know so much. And that is my strength, that I really do not know. And I'm open to saying that I don't know a lot. So why I started the podcast, if you really know me, for my friends, my family, my guys, checkmates, I call my fans checkmates. Those that really know me know that I don't just wake up and try things at random. I always plan and I'm very strategic. I always think backwards with my content. I think backwards. So I already have the end before the beginning. And I'm just watching out things happen. So why am I still single is the name of the podcast.
Yes.
And it's just a series of audio podcasts for now. I'll probably start doing video next year. But it's just a series of different episodes where I get to share stories about the different ladies I have been with, those that I've dated, those that I liked at one point, those that also liked me. And the goal for me is I'm going to get to a point where I stop sharing my own stories. And people come to the studio to come and share their stories about relationships, what have happened to them, the breakfast they ate, the ones that they shared. So for me, it's just giving a platform. Right now, I'm just sharing mine because I have quite a lot of stories.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, so far I have not shared any story that happened to me after 2020 when my so-called fame started. So you can imagine there are a lot of stories, a lot of crazy DMs I've been receiving. So yes, that has been going on.
So I mean, we've talked about your work as a content creator. We've talked about your podcast. Now, what other things do you intend exploring? Right? I mean, I understand that there are other stories that you need to tell according to you, before before the 2021 fame and all. But let's talk a bit now about, what's the future looking like? What do you intend, exploring? And given that you started becoming more famous in 2021 and all of that, how's the strategy be like for you?
So I understand that the social media life or content creation is a numbers game.
Yeah.
And sometimes you try to play that game, you want more numbers, you want 1 million followers, 2 million followers, but it can be tiring. It can really be tiring, especially when you create a content and your mind, this thing will get me numbers, it will reach millions of people, and then you now see like 27 comments, and then like, this is not going anywhere. So you start to think outside content sometimes to say, okay, apart from just putting out content on social media, what else can I really do? And what I've been doing is I started creating content on my website. I have a website, checkedgar.com. The goal of the website is to get at least 1 million monthly visits to the website, so that whatever happens to my Instagram account, I'm not really worried. I'm not bothered as well. And you know what that means? We have 1 million visits. You're also making good money from Google AdSense. You're making good money from content, from ad reach and all the rest. So for me, I started creating content on my website as well. So I'm creating content for all the human senses. So that means I'm creating audio that you can listen to. I'm creating videos you can watch. I'm writing blogs you can read. I'm creating merchandise you can feel. I'm creating things you can just, basically all the human senses, at least. So if you don't like my blogs, listen to my podcast. If you don't like my podcast, watch my videos. You don't have any excuse to say,
you.
And also, I started a digital marketing agency. It's called Drag Space Limited. We help with social media content. We also help with email marketing. And what happened was I started content creation in 2020. I took a break in 2022 to 2024. I went to learn. I did 9 to 5, for a bit to learn digital marketing, from a better angle.
I love it.
And so that's what I've been doing. I also just released the One Massive single theme song today, like this morning.
I can't wait to go check it out.
So yes, it's a song that probably like, God willing.
Probably. I'm very sure I'm going to like it for sure.
Please, just manage my voice. Manage my voice like that.
You're good now. Come on.
Don't I start singing with music. You think I'm good? I only sing without. So when there's no instrumental, I'm mad. I'm perfect.
I love it.
Once you just play instrumental, hey,
don't go off,
the song will go off. Not me. I'm never off. It's the music. It's the music that goes off.
I get what you mean.
Exactly.
I get what you mean. All right, let's really check through the street of social media. The first one we have here is man laments that his wife who gave. Sorry. Let me take that again. All right, man laments that his wife, who gave birth 8 weeks ago, is not paying attention to his physical and sexual needs. All right, let's quickly read this tweet together. And it says by Scott, my first is 8 weeks old. I can see why men cheat at this time. My wife completely ignored my existence for the first few weeks, and we had to have arguments to get her even acknowledge me, not to mention being intimate. Right? That's the biggest challenge. Baby is easy. Is baby really easy? But now this reply, someone replied him and said, if he was helping and all, he would be too tired to cheat for a long while. What do you have to say to this story?
All right. First of all, I always try my best to avoid topics that have to do with married people.
Okay.
The reason is because I'm not married. All right, there is only little information based on maybe my parents and the people I've stayed with that I can really give my opinion. But if I'm forced to say something or I'm compelled to give my opinion, I would say that one major problem I've realized with most people that are married is that they don't have conversations about future occurrences.
I agree.
Before that thing happened. Then they're thinking based on the moment. Because if they have probably talked about it to say, we're going to probably have sex now, give birth so period. And the lady says, while that happens, I don't know how I would feel because this is my first child, but I may not be the best person at this point. I think everything just boils down to communication. It's all about just speaking, listening, understanding, and being patient. Sadly, The only statement I don't really agree is that baby is easy part.
That's
now,
the thing.
the reason why I will not say baby is
Tell
easy,
me.
and I understand his point, to be honest, especially if you are like a 2-minute, 3-minute person,
Hey.
all you have to just do is pump it in. That is, baby is easy as a guy. So I understand what he's saying. Baby is easy. It's more like the exercise happens for a bit.
Yeah.
You pump it in. The guy has done his job.
I mean,
so to him, baby is
baby
easy.
is easy.
The day God will just say, men should start giving birth. The day God will just say, men should start giving birth. That is when men will understand what women are really going through.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like it's his... I don't know the communication that has happened. I always love to listen to the other party before I give my opinion. But then I feel like it's all about talking to your lady and being patient. You know, this is your first time she's giving birth. There is a lot that would probably happen.
Definitely. I think just going for marriage counsel, would actually help. Because, I mean, at first when I read this, in my head, I'm like, how did you not know that, okay, this is bound to happen? Because, I mean, me that is still single, I hear stories like that. I mean, don't look at me like that.
Look at my face, girl. She said she's still single.
I am not. Oh, my God. But, I mean, my two take to this is the fact that Edgar...
All right, sorry, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So my two cents would just be, people need to, before you enter into an institution, just have, understanding of what the institution is about. To get what I'm saying. But again, that's my perspective, and you've definitely, brought in yours. Let's quickly check the comment section and see people's reaction on that.
Let's see. What are they saying?
Okay. This one is saying a lot. It says, Lord, try the
This
first couple...
person is laughing a lot. I can see more emojis than words.
I can tell you than words. God bless you.
So you have to like, the LOL is actually even like laughing already from the beginning. This person laughs a lot.
And it says, try the first couple of years is harder. Just they play. Them go forget you totally and still expect you to be right there. This only means they only miss you the moment you step out. Yes, it is hard for women, but it is way harder for great fathers. You will miss your mommy and daddy for those men who had parents that pampered them. Men start carrying pregnancy from the moment a woman is pregnant, and they don't drop it till the child leaves the house. If that family ever makes it, the man has to give all of himself. Even if you marry 100 times, it doesn't change that fact. I pity men who marry more.
First of all, I am 100% sure that it's a man that is speaking.
Definitely.
So it's cool. Again, like I said, when men say these things are easy, and the thing about emotions with ladies is you really cannot define or tell or explain to a lady how she should feel.
I don't think that's a human thing. I think it's a general thing. You don't tell people how they should feel.
Yes, you can't tell a lady, by now you should be over it. I mean, bro, if you're watching this, you could be watching. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
If you're watching this, it's just 8 weeks. It's just 8 weeks.
I like the way you are saying it there. I can't wait for
your
time.
I told you I'm single now. I will not.
Yeah, but I can't wait for your time. I like the fact that you're single now. You definitely will get married someday now.
Yes, now already.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, I've paid for the hall.
Oh wow!
Yes, I've paid for the hall. Those I'll take care of the food. I've paid my MC.
And you've not seen
it's just the bride.
It's just the bride.
Just the bride.
Daddy,
bride
just the bride.
Bride is easy.
Oh
just
my
the way said baby
God.
is easy.
Edgar,
bride
please
is
leave me
easy.
alone. Alright, let's really move on to the next story we have on the street. And this one says, let nobody put pressure on you. If one relationship doesn't work, the other will. And this is said by Pastor Sola. Let's watch this video together.
To single people that will save your life. If one does not work, the other one will work. Full stop. Let me say it again. If one does not work, the other would work. I look back today, the person I thought I was going to get married to, I look back today and I'm very thankful to God. Even though at the moment, I thought to myself, God, I'm about to lose my life partner to the devil. But I look back today and I'm thankful to God that God made me lose that person to marry my wife today. I'm telling you the truth. Look, let nobody put any pressure whatsoever on you. Listen to this very carefully. Whosoever the person is, as long as you are working on yourself and you're in the right will of God, is the person's loss, not yours. The problem sometimes is that you keep seeing it as your own loss. No matter how good that person looks like, it's actually the person's loss, not yours. So let nobody put pressure on you.
What do you have to say to that, Edgar?
First of all, I totally agree. I feel that, again, I'm not speaking as an expert here, so if I am wrong,
Just
please
give
don't
me your
crucify
2
me.
cents.
All right, but I feel like it is very important who you get married to. And it's also very important, that you don't get blinded by the idea of you love the person, so that you can see the flaws. There is no perfect human being. So what you have to do is, when you look at that person, you check it and you balance and you put it on a scale. Can I marry the flaws of this person? And if you can marry the flaws, then you're good. Again, I also believe that, like he said, marriage is a very spiritual thing.
It is, actually.
And, it's a decision that can make or destroy you.
Yeah.
So you want to be very sure that whoever you're getting married to is someone that you align with in values, someone that you love, and someone that you can be forever patient with. You need to always look at those things and be very sure that this is someone that, even when the person is not right, the person isn't doing what the person is meant to do, I can endure. I can be patient, because love is patience, love is kind.
Love is.
The way I'm speaking, you would think that I'm married.
Do you get?
Oh, God.
You're already convincing me already. You're convincing me.
Oh.
All right, let's really check the comment section to see people's reaction on this.
All right, let's
story.
see that. Yeah.
Okay, this one says, but as a Christian, why are you doing trial and error? What happened to your discernment? When Eve was brought to the Garden of Eden, God didn't need to interpret to Adam that this was your partner. Adam saw her and named her woman, because out of my rib she was formed. You have the likeness of God in you. God has given you a footprint of who you should marry to eat. To eat left for you to discern and make their choice with backends of prayers, not trial and error. It's easy for you to discern that God gave you a job or God asked you to move out of a place. But when it comes to marriage, it becomes a problem.
All right. I think more about the context of the words he's using. Now, if he were in the studio, he'll probably explain better what he meant by trial and error. Yeah. But I think what he's trying to say is that you can actually like someone or think you love the person, date the person, and realize that, this person isn't fit for the kind of wife that I want, and then leave that person. Yes, every breakup would hurt, whether it is small or it is huge, it would hurt. But understanding that it is better to cry now than to cry forever after marriage would save you a lot. Now, let's talk about Adam and Eve, because I like the way this person brought in that example. Adam was lonely, and God realized that this person needed a partner. And what did God do? For those that are Christians, by the way. So what did God do? God brought someone to assist, and then, things started to happen. And then it was still the same person who, led him out of the garden.
Amen.
All right, and they stayed together, and then they managed their problems together. He never had a choice. He never had a choice.
You never had a choice.
In the sense that if there was maybe Eve,
someone else,
Maria, this one, and they asked him to pick, he would have probably started to look at different things. All right, but he never had that choice. So you can't use that. My point is, you can't use that as an example to say, just because Eve was given to Adam, and he never had a choice. You get he just trusted God and took that direction. But sometimes not everyone has the spirit of discernment. Not everyone can say, God is telling me this is a perfect person.
But again, speaking to this whole discernment thing here, I feel like you cannot be saying God is not speaking to you if you probably don't even know him like that. If he has not been,
offering time.
If he has not been speaking to you from beginning, how do you not say, he's in marriage that you
But
want
that
him to speak to you
sometimes the situations we go through are basically just God teaching us something.
True, I agree.
So you could be going through a problem right now, and there are other Bible. I don't want to just turn this to Sunday school. You understand? But there are also some cases in the Bible where people are going through certain situations, and God is just trying to teach them a lesson so they can be better as well. So for me, I feel is if you later get married, make sure that whoever you're getting married to is someone that you believe through prayer, through hard work, through communication, that this is the right person for you.
I agree.
As well.
So on that note, let's really go on a short break to come back with hard gossip. Stay with us.
I don't gossip.
Hey there, what's poppin'? Abayomi Alvin here, content creator, actor, producer, filmmaker, and keep it locked down. Gossip Gala. Don't change that dial, so,
It's your favorite dancer, band dancer, and I'm giving a special shout out to Gossip Gala. Keep watching, stay tuned.
Shout out to Gossip Gala. Keep doing the good work, keep giving us the tea, and yes, well done.
Sure that you're enjoying this ride. I mean, with Check Edgar, come on. All right, on Hot Gossip, the first story we have here is quite interesting. This one is from Rita Edoche. And she says, during our time, once we find out our men cheat on us, we stab him sexually and give him certain attitudes. And if he doesn't change, we walk away. Let me quickly read this out. They're quite long, but we'll try to, make it short. And it says, it is really very unfortunate to see women preferring to be in a toxic relationship where cheating and infidelity takes the lead simply because the so-called man showers them with money. You can imagine a situation where a wife or a fiancée tells her man to use protection, that's condom, while having sex with another woman. That's something that I will not do. Then she went for that to say, "Chai, I weep. What happens to your respect and prestige as the woman of the house? Have you sold them for pounds and dollars?" Oh, plenty money. The next one, please. Let's quickly retake that. All right, then she says, "I weep for women of this era. During our time, once we find out that our men cheat on us, we would kick against it with full force, yell at him, stab him sexually, give him certain attitudes he won't find comfortable, and if he refuses to stop cheating, we will walk away from the marriage or relationship, irrespective of who he thinks he is or how much he thinks he has. Ladies, you can do better now. It's high time you started proving to your men that money does not buy respect. Secondly, I have been saying this though, ladies, have something you do that fetches you money. Be a boss, sail your own ship, by yourself so you can comfortably tackle a man who keeps messing up. It's not only when you depend on your man for survival that you will have no say. When he begins to trample on your emotions as a woman, please plan yourself, be cool. Let's just leave it there. What do you think about this whole? I feel like to some point she's correct, but again, I don't think this mechanism still work. Where if a man cheats on you, you shout, you even stab him sexually. Person when they cheat on you, you say you want to, I don't think that's working. But I mean, Edgar, what do you think?
All right, first of all, I think the first thing I would say is money doesn't buy respect, except you married for money.
Definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying? If you married someone because the person has money. Then obviously your respect would also be taken as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I totally understand the context again of the content. The reason why I'll say that is because she's probably just speaking from the way it used to the way it used to be like in her own time when she was married. If a man cheats on you, you don't cook for the man, you don't sleep with the man, the man begins to beg, and then of course the woman now believes that, okay, now that he has begged her for a period, he says, I swear I'll never do it again. You now sleep with him. You now cook for him. And then they really do not realize that what happens is the man now becomes more secretive. So what he does is, if you used to catch him in one bar, you won't go there again. You now change to one dark place. You understand what I'm saying? But to be honest, she actually has a very valid point.
Sure, definitely.
Where people just, and again, I think it's just a problem with social media and how how exposed some people get online. So you're reading things online. Maybe someone has said, "Oh, this is how it works. This is what I do. If my husband cheats on me, I just tell him, use protection, take care of yourself. Don't do it." But, a lady actually told me, I used to tell my boyfriend that if he wants to cheat on me, don't do it when I'm there. You can cheat on me, but don't let me see you do it. I don't want to see it.
What's the difference?
You know what I'm saying? But again, I just feel like it's just terrible background, like terrible background about relationships as well. You need to know who you're dating.
I mean,
to some people, it's a red flag, like a top red flag, like cheating. Like once you find out you're cheating, that's the end.
Yes.
For me,
I'll serve you papers, bro.
For you, for real?
I'm not joking.
Like in the marriage, that's a red
I
flag.
will serve you papers.
No, it's not a red flag for me.
It's not?
No, it's not a red flag for me. If she cheats on me, no, why?
Why? Hey, wow. You're a child of God.
No,
indeed.
I'm a very humble, loving person.
Humble.
I would just hold her, like, will you do it again? She says no. I believe her.
But if you understand sarcasm, though.
I believe her. If she just says, I won't do it again. I won't starve you. I won't starve you of sex. I would. Everything will still
Everything
go.
will go on. I love it. I love it. I like it. Let's quickly check the comment section to see people's reaction on that. All right. The Fashion Place NG says it's a coping mechanism. No one is truly happy doing that now. Unfortunately, they have to find a way to survive with the sons your generation trained to be that way. Let's focus on training the next gen boys the better. Why women manage this one way on a don't spoil.
I think I always dislike when people do this.
Tell me,
when
why?
they try to make it a gender thing, to say you need to train your boys. If the boys are better, the women will be better.
Okay, go on.
I think it's both ways, really.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, marriage is an agreement between two people. If women are saying I can't marry men like this, men would have no choice than to do better. If the men are saying I can't marry a woman with this kind of mentality, women will have to do better. You see, but the problem is there are so many men and women who really just marry because of money, who marry because of just children.
Love.
Yeah, who marry just because of, I am in love.
I am in love with this person.
Yes, without really sitting down to say what are the values, what are the prospects, what are the things that I'll have to look out in the future as well. And also they need to I feel like when you want to get married to someone, or before you get married to someone, you need to understand the person's flaws. To say, what are the things I should look out for? Talk to me. Let me know from the very beginning. If the woman says, see, I don't know how to cook, what do we do? All right.
Bring it to
if
your
the
table.
man now says,
bring it to your table. Will you be okay if she doesn't know how to cook?
No, okay, so I already said it on my podcast
yes,
now.
noodles. It's only noodles now.
No, I did not say it. So no, that's just for comic effect. Oh. What do you mean by that? Chef E.
Tell me.
Best international. Check now. Google.
I should Google.
You won't see it online, but just Google. You won't see it online.
I won't see it online,
but just Google. 2019 Best International Chef in Africa.
You won.
Second place.
Come on.
What are you talking about?
If you know, you know, Sha.
But to be honest, no, don't even talk about me. Any lady that chooses to date me, I'm saying this publicly. Any lady that chooses to date me, if you just make mistake, that's the end. You've blown. You've made it.
Wow.
I'm a golden spoon. Inside a golden egg.
Ole.
Just make mistake and marry me. Date me. I'm single. Very single. Sorry, Baba, you're in my podcast now.
No, have
you listened to the prayer?
Yes, now. That's what I'm saying. I heard your prayer. And I was asking you of grace.
You have tissue.
Is there tissue?
Let's quickly check the comment section. Just check.
Let's check
check comments.
Let's check the comment section.
Women are missing. On that. Women are missing.
Kai. Oh God.
Oh God.
Charming Chini says, she's kinda right. During this time, the men respected them and tried so hard to hide the cheating from their wives. Most men then would never leave their wives for you. No matter what, unless not juju. But this generation disrespect is too much on women. Men don't even hide their cheating again, cause they know once they buy you the fancy things and give you money, you would stay. And the rate men are leaving their wives for their side chicks is far greater than the rate of the past generation. The respect really dropped in our generation. I think I agree, actually.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think it's an internet thing. To be honest with you, it's an internet thing. If you look at the amount of people who gain advice from the internet, who learn about marriages from what people are doing on social media, it's alarming. You see people who say, if he raises his voice, I'm leaving the marriage. There's a lady that told me one time, like, if her man bangs the door, like if he's angry, he walks out and he bangs the door while speaking to her, she's out.
Wow.
Well, she's not married today, you understand? But that's not the point. The point is that
don't worry, I
get my point. She has raised the bar to that level. So to me, and everything is when you find out where did you get this from? Where's it's something she watched online, something she has seen.
Wow.
I'm not against the woke generation. I'm not saying don't bring in new ideas. But if this new ideas is going to destroy more marriages than help the couple,
I mean,
I'm not in support of it.
I
I also do not agree, because I'm sure my parents are too saying that is my son. I also do not agree with the methods that our parents always used, where they just want to endure and endure and endure, and then the father is probably cheating on the woman and he's beating the woman, and then she's probably just saying, "Oh, it's because of my children. I'm just saying because of my children."
And that's so wrong.
Yes, I don't accept or agree with that mentality as well. That is why I say that it is very important the amount of communication that you have with your partner before you get married. And sometimes I always advise women to just test men before you marry them. Just test them. Just get them upset small. Just to see his reaction. Just test. All these things, you would later find out the true man. Because see, I used to tell some women that if you really know how to cook, one, they just cook terribly.
Cook rubbish.
Just check his reaction. Because women don't know. They just want to believe, because whatever happens.
I don't know if this is a good advice or a bad one.
Just do it. Nothing will happen.
Okay. No worries now. Oh yeah, now speaking of advice, Toke Makinwa decided to advise us. I mean.
Oh, you're lovely.
Yeah, she did, and she said a finished woman is a dangerous one. Let's watch this video together.
A finished woman
is a dangerous one.
My best friend contract is with you and I, and not you plus your significant other. And it breaks my heart to see many female friendships actually hit the rocks because of this mistake that a lot of us females make. I understand, he's your guy, you guys are best friends. When you guys took the vows, two became one, so therefore he has to know everything that is going on. But if you love your friends and you really want to have them in your lives and you cherish your friendship, however long or however short the friendship has been, because friendship is not a thing of years. Longevity, as I grow older, doesn't define a solid friendship. I think protecting them should come second to none, as you want to protect that man.
So, I mean, I feel like this is something I would actually kick against. I'm not really like in support. I'm so sorry, you can be my friend, but when I have a guy, he's my best friend. If you give me any gist, it's going to reach him. But what do you think?
All right, so I think it depends on your kind of partner.
Tell me.
If you've realized over time that your partner, or if you've been managing the flaw of your partner as someone who you tell everything and then he reacts based on the things you've told him, it's not advisable to just tell him everything. If you know that is his problem, that is something you are managing, for example.
But how can you even be managing something like that when you know that when you know that you are someone that you're open to always want to talk to,
Yes, now see, you can't really define what a problem is. A problem can be anything. So, for example, if your partner is saying, "Oh, he's ready to provide, he's ready to give, provide for the children, he's ready to always be there sexually, he's there whenever emotionally." The only problem your husband has is that when you tell him anything, he reacts and then he begins to see you in that light, for example. You have to be very careful with the kind of things you say. Now, the best thing to do is, of course, you can just give him a summary of, "Oh, my friend called the other day and she just said this," just to learn how he would think or how he would react. But again, I mean, just like you said, if I actually have like a partner, so I said if. So I know all the ladies are like, "Oh, no, calm down. I'll marry one of you. I'll marry one of you. I'll marry one of you." All right. So when I actually have a partner, I think my partner would be someone that I would love to like tell. But it's also okay to tell the person who is letting you know that. Because some people will tell you something, I'm like, "Don't tell anybody else." I'll tell my husband.
Not disclaimer, no.
I will tell Lambo anything, because I'll just put the label. Anything you tell me, my wife knows. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You sabi.
But again, it all depends on who you're getting married to. Do you get? Some people, you just tell them, "Oh, my friend went to the club the other day and she did this and did that. One man gave her 500K. The man's already telling you, don't talk to that person again. Don't, so that she'll not influence you, so that you will not collect 500K. I don't like the way she's always behaving." And the moment she even comes to the house to say hello, he's looking at her. It's not the girl that went to the club to collect 500K. So as a lady or as a guy, you have to be very careful and understand who your partner is.
Yeah,
you have to understand the kind of gist you can tell your partner. Now, if your partner is someone that, this kind of gist, he wouldn't react, he wouldn't worry, he wouldn't overthink it. Let me tell him. If he's someone that that any small thing you say, he's already thinking about it, he's already calculating, just avoid.
But again, that would, because we don't have enough time, but I would just say that again will take us to the kind of friends that you're keeping. Because tell me how you're an holy person and you're keeping probably a prostitute. How do you think?
I disagree. I disagree. It works.
It works.
It works. The reason why it works is I'm of the opinion that it is okay to have friends from all different spheres of life. The reason is because you never can tell the knowledge you would get and the knowledge you would need. I'll give you a good example quickly. I'll give you a good example quickly. A friend of mine one time went to the club, and in the club she was having a friend where she was having this party, and then they were just dancing, drinking, and then someone had put Spanish fly in her drink, spiked her drink with Spanish fly.
Oh, wow.
Now it took another friend of hers to say, this drink has been spiked with this certain thing. I know the way to come out of it. All right? But imagine if she never had a friend like that who knew about drugs and all those things. Like you lack that knowledge. So for me, it's more about the knowledge, not the act, really. I'm not saying have a prostitute and then not the act, but the knowledge of it. The knowledge of it. Because I can tell someone that, don't go to Lekki around 11 p.m., 2 a.m. Don't go and stay on the road. Based on what my friend told me, that used to happen to them. Do you get? But if I don't know, I'll just tell you, you can go anytime. Nothing will happen to you. Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So
I think I understand
for the
what you're
knowledge,
saying.
for the knowledge, you need friends. You need friends like
All right,
that.
speaking of knowledge, I don't know why you've actually not commented, you've not liked, you've not shared, you've not even spoken to anybody about this gossip that we are gossiping. Are you sure are you sure you don't have an issue?
And for those that are thinking, can I also comment that I like Edgar, I want to get married to him?
Please comment.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, please go ahead. All right, let's really go
on
on
the
the
short
short break.
Your profile is open though. I don't want any weird.
All right, let's go on the short break
profile.
and make to come back with the hottest gossip. Please stay with us. Thank you so much for sticking around. It's the hottest gossip. This one is quite interesting because, let's come back to Nigeria now. Let's gossip about Nigeria. This one says Minister of Health, that's Mohammed Ali, speaks on President Tinubu going abroad to receive medical treatment. Let's watch this video.
Health Minister, do you receive all your medical treatment in Nigeria?
Yes, I do.
As the health minister, does it bother you at all? Do you ever feel like you failed as the health minister when the president keeps going abroad for treatment every few months, including for something as simple as medical checkup, just regular checkup? Does it ever bother you as the health minister?
Adiola, I think you are simplifying a very complex issue of tourism. There are many kinds of tourism. People travel all over the world for education, for conference tourism, for religious tourism, for medical tourism, for all kinds of tourism. Health tourism is not a phenomenon that is limited to Nigeria or Africa. There are people who leave the United States and go to East Asia to get medical care. There are people who leave the United Kingdom and go to Africa for medical care. And there are Nigerians who choose, because of all kinds of reasons, to go abroad for medical care.
Let me be very frank with you, Edgar. When I was watching this video, the only thing I was just hearing from I was expecting a very simple answer. Oh, how do you feel about the fact that the president go outside the country, for treatment and all? August start to they bring medical tourism, this one, medical tourism down, this one tourism. Like my brother be coming down. But what do you think about this whole story?
All right, so first of all, Uncle Ali is my very good friend.
Oh.
You see, I did not say Mohammed. I said Uncle Ali. That's to show how close.
If you know, you know.
That's to show you how close that we are. All right, but to be honest, I feel like, again, looking at the context from the content, they both have different opinions, and you can tell from the video that they are trying to force both their opinions on the other person. So she's of the opinion, the president should have been traveling. He's of the opinion he is on health tourism and the rest. But what I feel is, I don't think it is wrong for the president to be traveling out to have checkups and all. I don't like the fact that she called it simple checkups because depending on what you're doing at the hospital, it may not be called use the word simple. However, I don't think it's wrong that the president is traveling. Do you know how terrible the news would sound if you hear, the president died in Nigeria because the doctors in Nigeria couldn't do one or two things? It will be terrible news. Hold on. It will be terrible news because the comment you would probably get would be, why did he not travel out? My point is this. There are lots of students today who are traveling out of Nigeria for better education. And yes, some of them are traveling to Jakpa. But you cannot, take away the fact that some level of education are better prepared in other countries than in Nigeria. As well, in the same thing with health, there are some other countries that have better facilities than Nigeria as well. where I agree with him, because I'll come to where I disagree as well. Where I agree is that if you have the money, if you have the opportunity, you travel out and treat yourself. There are people, like he said, there are people in America that are traveling to India for treatments.
Yeah.
There are people traveling.
Sure.
So if you have the money, please, it is okay. Your health is everything. Nobody will clap for you because you're just in Nigeria and then something happened to you.
Yeah.
If you have the money to go, I don't have a problem with Tinubu traveling. However,
Okay.
the issue I have is that he is ignoring her points or where she's coming from by saying that it's not appalling that every single time we leave this health sector the way it is and he keeps traveling abroad.
I mean,
you know, but again, I feel for him, it's just a case where, to be honest with you, and I'm trying to speak as the devil's advocate here.
Tell me.
There are so many problems happening in the country. The past leadership have done so bad that it is going to take a miracle to recover and even get back to what we used to have. You know, so my plea to the government would be, please, at least the basics. Let's have the basics for the common man. You know, let's have all that, because till tomorrow, I would, even if the country is better with health, the president will still travel. Do you understand? He will still travel because, again, there are other countries that have better equipment. They have better treatments as well. So, but I would just say it is important for the government to help us. Please help the country so that the common man, like myself.
Like me too.
Are you come on?
I'm common.
I don't agree. When last did you go to the hospital in Nigeria? In Nigeria. When last did you go to the hospital in Nigeria?
Okay, it's quite long, but...
Let's move on. Let's move on. Me.
I don't like this thing guys do.
Do you know Ajegule?
No,
they know me in that street. I'm always going there. Vitals.
You're both in Ajegule then.
For real?
For real.
Is your own Ajegule in Lekki? Is your own Ajegule in Lekki or is it on the mainland?
Is it Edgar?
Is it on the mainland or is it on the island?
On the mainland now.
AJ.
AJ City.
On the mainland.
On the mainland.
Say AJ again. Say you're blushing. I'm saying AJ.
Oh my God. Let's check the comment section and see people's reaction on this video. Okay, this one says ban the public office public office holders and their immediate family members from seeking medical care abroad and schooling, and see how the both sectors will turn around for good in the country. Simple as ABC. Do you think that should happen?
No, you can't do that with health. But I would say that I agree with his ideology that the moment you decide to say, you know what, no one can leave this country, things would get better. Do you understand?
Sure.
However, do you know the damage that would happen to the common man as well? See, the truth is that some of these drugs that you're even getting from the hospitals are not actually even from here.
Sure.
So the moment you start saying, let's ban, let's make sure nobody can leave this country, let's say nobody can get drugs, nobody can do anything, it's risky. You know, but I would say that, like I said, see, all these things I'm saying, is so that in case any politician is watching, I'm trying, you know, you can't come on air and, because you just say, this guy, we need him as a PA of the, ban everything. Ban. Let them take the liquid vitamin C I've been taking.
I mean,
it's not easy to help this. I've been trying this. Uncle Ali tried, though.
I swear.
To actually hold himself like that to the end of that interview. I've been trying. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
This country.
Next comment, please.
Let's see the next comment.
Okay. All right. Olakunle says, I am happy the man is educated and knows what he's saying. You will know those who are working and those that are there to reap the nation.
You see what I'm saying?
So,
Okwali, he's working now. Okwali is working. I mean, if you really, I watched the interview to the very end, and he explained what the government are trying to actually do. Do you understand?
I understand.
You want me to tell you what he's... I can tell you later. I can tell you what later.
No, I understand.
But you don't believe on Kwali.
That's the thing.
You don't believe on Kwali. That's the issue. But trust me, the man is educated.
Just show us working. Do you understand?
It will take time.
It will take time. How many years? Decades? Centuries?
It will take time. We are working on it. We are working on it.
For me.
I'm my uncle again.
I mean,
you never can tell this man is watching this thing now, so I have to be very careful. Kwali, I'm on your side, though. I'm on your side.
Oh my God, that's been an interesting ride with you, Tech Edgar. Thank you so much.
This is the part I always don't like. It feels like it's time for you to go.
No, it's not time for you to go.
Because your voice just went down like,
okay,
we're with you. Thank you so much. Oh God.
All right, let's quickly go straight back to the game segments. Can we have the readers on, please? You know, I told you are the most intelligent person I've met.
You shouldn't have started with that. with riddles.
So please, you will help us answer. I can be broken, but never touched. What am I?
I can be broken,
but never touched.
but never touched. Heart.
Heart. I would say promise.
Yes, you can even touch heart. Promise.
You can even touch heart?
Yes, but a broken heart.
It's
You
true,
get what I'm
it's
saying?
true,
A broken
it's
heart
true,
cannot
it's
be
true. Cannot be
touched.
touched.
You get what I'm But promise.
Let's go. Please leave me alone.
Promise is a debt. Debt is it. Oh. Except your name is promise. That's when they can touch you.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
I understand you.
All right, now, let's go.
Let's check the answer, please. What's the answer? Promise.
You said that's a promise, oh.
No answer. That A stands for.
Okay.
Show you the see what Edgar they do
Okay.
for my own show.
All right, that's cool now. So I'm not correct. Abi what?
You're not
I don't
correct.
understand this.
Yeah, no, Lodo, that's the thing.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a promised heart. You know, it's the same thing. You know, it's a promised
It's
heart.
a promised heart.
That can never be. That can be broken but not be touched. It's a promise heart. We are correct. We are correct. You guys, next time, just make sure you put the full answer, all right? The full answer. A promised heart can never be.
So it's heart that needs to be there.
Yes, a promised heart now.
We'll hold them responsible for not putting heart. Can you imagine? Why did you not put heart there?
Yes.
Kai, thank you so much, Edgar, for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And yes, my viewers, it has been an interesting one with you. I mean, thank you so much, Edgar, again. Thank you so much, my viewers. I can't wait to have another exciting, conversation with you tomorrow. Until then, keep gossiping. Put your ears on the ground. Okay.
Hey besties, it's your girl Oni Luana, and big thank you and big shout out to watching Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you probably haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned.